everyone, this is video number 3 of the color wheel painting series. Video number 1 was primary colors, video number 2 was secondary, and now for this third video we're going to be doing the tertiary colors. So I have my palette here with the primary and the secondary colors, and I'm going to be using this to mix the tertiary colors, which are the colors that go in between each primary and secondary on the color wheel. Okay, I'm going to go ahead and take my water and my brush, make sure it's nice and dry, and then I'm going to go and I'm going to mix the yellow green first. So I have yellow. I'm going to take a good amount of yellow. Let's do like, maybe 3 scoops or so. And then I'm going to get rid of all that paint. I'm going to clean it. Okay, I always clean before I go into another paint color. Then I'm going to take some green, and I'm going to go ahead, and I'm trying to do 50-50. I did bigger scoops of the green, and now I have 50-50, 50% yellow, 50% green, and now I have my yellow-green. So I'm going to clean my brush off before I start painting, right? Because I don't want to have any accidents happen. So then what I'm going to do is I'm going to go ahead and take my yellow-green, and I'm going to fill in my yellow-green space. Okay, so I have 50% yellow, 50% green. And then what you're going to want to do, okay, just in case you want to layer more on another day here, I suggest, you wrap your palette or your plate you're using with plastic wrap. And so that way you can use the paint again the next day once the first layer dries, and then you're not mixing again. Okay, it's always good to wrap your color palette in plastic to preserve that way, because if the air hits it, it'll dry out, so you don't want to do that. So I have now my first layer of yellow green, which is our first tertiary color. Okay, then I'm going to grab a different brush for demo reasons. I'm going to go ahead and I'm going to do yellow orange. Okay, so I'm going to choose where do I want to do yellow orange. I think I'll take yellow, put it over here, maybe a little bit more yellow, clean my brush out, and I'm going to add some orange and a little bit more orange, and then I'm going to mix it, and we are at 50-50. Okay, and then you can always decide when you're doing your own color palettes how much of each color you want to use. So now I'm going to go in and lay my color down, get rid of some of this paint that I don't need in the middle, because I want to have more control over it when I'm getting into the smaller areas, right? So I'm going to get into the crevice here, go all the way to the edges, nice and flat. You want to try to paint nice and flat. You want to try to not have brush strokes showing. The best way to not have brush strokes showing is to have more than one layer. Some of the colors will behave better for you than others, okay? So now I have my yellow orange tertiary in between my yellow and my orange. Yay. That little mess up going on outside of the edge, don't even worry about it. I can either cut the circle out if I want to, or I can go over that with a Sharpie outliner. So then naturally the next one I'm going to do is going to be red orange. So we're going to take some orange. Let's count the scoops. 1, 2, I'll do 3, just in case I want to do another layer tomorrow. Then I'm going to clean my brush, dry it off nicely, grab red. That's a big one, so 1, 2-ish. It's not like baking where everything needs to be like precise when you first learn how to bake. You want to be careful with making sure you have 50-50. So you just kind of eyeball it, right? So this looks really, really red, right? But I did use, an even amount. It's kind of taking over. So maybe if I feel like that, like it's too dark, I need to grab a little bit more orange and see if that lightens it up a little bit. See, now I feel like that's a lot more even. Okay, so I'm going to go back in here, get rid of the remnants of the paint I don't need, try to get up against my edges. Okay, now I'm going to get in and control it a little bit more, turn the paper where it is comfortable for me, get up against the edges, nice and flat. Okay, and now I have my red-orange. That color laid down really easily, so that's nice. Then I'm gonna clean my brush. And I'm gonna mix some red with purple. So I am gonna do that right here. So 1 scoop, 2 scoops, and then let's clean our brush, right? Clean it off, dry it off. And then I have 1 big scoop and 2 scoops. That might be more purple than red. I have a feeling that's what I just did. That's okay, no worries. So I could always add more if I feel like I need to. So then here's my red purple. Get rid of some eraser stuff on there, I guess. Have my red purple. Got into my corner, going away from my edges. You want to kind of just look and see how much paint do you have on your brush, and then that's how you know when you need to reload it. I feel like I need a little bit more. Keep in mind, it's always good to mix more than you think you need, just in case you want to do more than 1 layer, right? Okay, so there's my red purple. Nice. Clean my brush. I have 2 more. So let's do blue purple. I'm gonna just do it right next to it. So I have a scoop of blue. I have this, let's clean it actually. And then I have a scoop of purple, another scoop of purple. Let's mix those. Let's make sure we're not getting into the red purple. We don't want to contaminate the color and not make it like authentic, right? Okay. I'm going to go in, lay it down. This is a really pretty color. Get all the way into my corner. Nice and flat. And this is just the first layer. You're going to want to do more than 1 layer so that you don't have your brush strokes showing. You want to have a nice solid color. You're going to want to outline it with a black Sharpie or a black permanent marker that's not too thick. Okay. There we go. This paint is so awesome. It's not even expensive. It's nice. It goes on so nicely. It doesn't, you know, like pill on the paper. It doesn't pull the paper up. Like, it's just nice. It behaves well. It's awesome. Okay, so I have my blue-green. Yay. Here's my blue. 2 little scoops. Clean your brush. This spot, you know, this part, it's like, can be kind of like redundant, like how you're cleaning your brush so many times, but it's necessary. Then I have 2, you know, equal parts blue and green. I'm blending. I was just blending too fast. I almost dipped into the blue too much. Okay. Now I'm going to go into my corner because I feel like I don't have too much on there. And I can go through when this dries with a ruler and, like, you know, add the precision that I want to my corners with my pen, which is nice. So I'm getting my blue-green in here. Now I'm going to go this way up against my edge, okay? Go away right here. Make sure it's nice and flat. Close it up, which is always exciting. Make sure that's nice and flat. Okay, and now I have my blue-green, And then what I'm going to do is wrap this palette with plastic so that I can come back and make sure I can add more layering to make it nice and clean, because there's some areas on here that I feel like need a couple more layers. All right, so that concludes the 3 videos, primary video, secondary video, and tertiary video on the color scheme. Thank you.